Thank you so much for downloading our task board template. In this video, I'm going to go through and explain exactly how it works and what you need to do so that way you can customize it exactly for your business. As you can see here, we're in the workspace called Task Management Simple Board. It may show up a little bit differently once you've downloaded the app. Here we have a home page which just shows you exactly what is inside these boards. So we're going to start with the learning and support, and this is just a board with some information about where you can find more resources, some top tutorials if you want to join. If you need any help, here's an email address for you to be able to reach out to us. Now, the next board that we're going to go to is the how to use board. When I'm done with this video, it's going to go right here. So you'll have it here. And here's a written text about how exactly this board works. So you have all of the information about how it works and also the automations on the board. And again, if you need help, here is our email address. Now, there's two boards that I need to explain. The first is a task board. This is simply a task board that you're going to use to manage all of your tasks. Now, what's going to happen is that you're obviously using this task board for all of your tasks, but sometimes you have reoccurring tasks that need to happen over and over again. So here is a template for reoccurring tasks. Basically, what it does is it pushes tasks to the task board. I'm going to show you how both of them work, but I just wanted to explain big picture before I jump into the details. So let's start on the task board. Here you can see we have two groups, open tasks and completed tasks. If you need to have more groups, feel free to add more groups. Sometimes people like things like completed by month, so that way you have a very clear list of what was completed by month. Sometimes people could just leave it like this, or maybe there's a need for another group. Just an example could be like waiting for clients or something that's on hold. So you can set up the groups however you want, but here we have open tasks and completed tasks. There is an automation that when you mark something as done, it is going to push it to the completed tasks. So if you see here, if I mark this as done, it's going to push it to this completed group. Now, the first thing that we have here is the task. So this is actually the thing that needs to be done. Then we have two people columns, the Batman and Robin. The way that I like to look at this is it's a very easy naming convention to understand what each person needs to do. If you remember the really old Batman and Robin videos, Batman was kind of the guy in charge, but Robin was the one that was actually doing the task, or I guess killing the bad guys in that case. So the concept here is that Batman's the one in charge. He's kind of like the manager, the owner, maybe the account manager, and Robin's the person actually doing the task. So you have very clear, defined roles of who's responsible for what. Now, this also interplays with the status because then you also have a status of Batman review, Robin review. So if something's on Batman review, you know that Batman needs to review it. If it's on Robin review, you know that Robin needs to review it. If these names don't work for you, feel free to change the names to whatever will work for you, but I do recommend having an easy naming convention. Then you can see that we have statuses here, pretty straightforward, not started, working on it, task on hold, waiting for client, Batman and Robin review, and done. If you need to add more, feel free to click edit and add whatever you need to. The next two columns that we have are actually the exact same thing. You probably don't need both of them, but I just want you to have both options and then you can edit it however you need. So this is a status column where you can have either your clients or your projects, depending on your company. And obviously you can edit it. I personally like the status columns because you do a lot more automations with it and it's visual. The only thing to keep in mind is that you can only have 40 statuses. So let's say you're dealing with clients and you have a lot more clients, you would need to use the drop down. The drop down, you can have a multi-select, so you can select more than one option, where here you can only have one. So let's say I make that client 2. Here I can select more than one thing at a time. But in this column, you can have up to 500 drop down. So you probably don't need both of these columns. I would get rid of the one that you don't need, but now you understand the difference between them. This column is a due date. I highly recommend having a due date so you know when things need to be done. Because if you don't know when things are going to be done, like how are you going to know what you need to do every day? So really important to have that due date column. If you want, you can set up reminders, one day before due date column reminds me about it or something like that, or if due date has passed. The next column that we have here is a time tracking column. If you don't need it, feel free to delete it. I'll just show you because there's a few time tracking columns that are connected. So this is the actual time tracking column. Then it converts to a formula. So you have the total on the bottom. And then we have estimated time. This is just a numbers column, but you can compare actual track time to estimated time. Then this formula over here tells you if you're under your time or over your time. So if you look here, you can see like here we spent an hour. The estimated time is half an hour, so we're over time. Now, if I would change this to 2 hours, you can see that the formula has changed. So if you're not using formula column, if you're not using time tracking, feel free to get rid of it. But if you are, it's an easy way to track all of your tasks and then see how you compare to your estimated time. This column is a priority, so you can just add the priority of your items. And if you want, there's a files column here. Now, basically, you're going to be working on this board. When you need to communicate with someone, you're going to open up the updates. And what I recommend is mentioning someone. So I can say like, hey, Rosa, is this, let's just say, completed? And I can write a comment to her, update it, and then she will see it. And you'll have a running log of your conversation. I want to go up here to look at the views. So here we have a request form. And if you need to submit requests for this board, you can have the form and you can easily edit it. You just click here and choose which questions you want or maybe what's required, what's not. There also is a dashboard here, which pulls in different information like, how many different clients, the statuses, and a workload widget. Then we have a Batman view. So this view is basically where I'm Batman. Now it's called Me Dynamic. So whoever is signing into Monday, that's going to be the person that's marked here. And it's actually grouped by dates. So you can see that the groups have changed. Now it's future dates as opposed to here. Remember, we had open and completed. Now, when we go to the Batman review, it's by dates. I only have one thing, future, that's assigned, that I'm the Batman, so that's why it's showing up that way. The Robin review is also, so here you can see you have today, future dates, past dates, and all these things that I'm the Robin. There's a files gallery if you want. And then there's something called My Daily View. My Daily View is basically where I'm the Robin, because that's usually what I need to do. And the due date is either overdue or today, because I don't want to miss anything that I was supposed to do that I didn't do. So, and now let's just go into the automations. Actually, if you look at the automations, you can see when status changes to Robin review, notify Robin, the same thing for Batman. Now, there are some automations based on the time tracker. So here we say when you change the status to working on it, it will start your time tracker. If you put it to task on hold, it's going to stop the time tracker. And if you mark it as completed, it's going to stop the time tracker. If you don't need these, you simply can turn off these automations.